Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. So I'm back in my craft room tonight and I wanted to share what I was working on right now as far as journals. So, I finished this My Little Pony journal, and as you probably know by now, I kind of can't leave well enough alone, right? So this was still in my craft room. I have a place where I keep things that I'm, have listed in my Etsy shop, and this had not made it to that area yet. So I was looking around doing things in my craft room, and I came across, first of all, this is what I came across first. And I was looking through for something in my charm, where I keep my charms and things like that, and these keys I have in my charm drawer. So I was thinking, it struck me that I imagined myself, if I was giving this journal to someone, like say I was giving it to my niece who is 13, a 13-year-old girl, I was just pictured it. All of a sudden I've got a vision. And that might sound weird, but that sometimes I get a vision when I'm making my journals of who it might go to, right? So I got a vision, and I ended up adding this little key to, I already had this ribbon type closure on here. I add this little key, like, kind of like a diary key. It's not a diary key. I don't know what it went to. It's heavier. The diary keys are little thin keys. This is a little tiny key that I got in an antique store here in my town. I just picked up a bunch of little keys. So I put it on there. I thought it was cute, and it just reminded me of a diary key. Then I also put this little yellow key tag here that whoever does end up with this journal can put something on here. They can put a number on here, a date, a name, or nothing, and just let it hang here like a charm. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cute. And then I also ran across in my charm drawer these little gems. For some reason, I usually put my stickers, my sticker gems that are stickers, I put them with my stickers. For some reason, these were floating around in the bottom of my charm drawer, which I need to clean out, organize, because, well, these were in the wrong place. But anyway, they were like the perfect colors to go with this journal. So I ended up putting them on here. There's two here, and then there's some right here, and there's some down here in this corner. And I just pictured my niece just loving those gems. So I added them. And then that's not all. Let's take this little tie off, and I'll show you what I added on the inside. Let's see, I think I just added, I added a couple of pieces of ephemera that I showed you right here. This ticket that I brought home Saturday, which was yesterday. That could be a journaling card. So I added a ticket in here, and one of the Candyland cards, which I tucked in a little tuck spot. Let's see, where did I put that? I put it right here. So here's a little Candyland. I added that as, somebody could do something like, you could put this down as glue it in like a little tuck spot, or you can just use it for journaling, or, it would look great on this page here as a little tuck spot somewhere, like say make a little tuck spot up here, and it could be an up tuck, anything like that. Little cards like that come in handy for. So that is in there. And then I also added some charms. While I was digging around in my charm drawer, I remembered that I had these beautiful beads that I had picked up a package of, and I don't think I've used very many of them, or any of them. Anyway, I picked out a couple of beads that I thought went with the colors here. This is like a glass bead. They both this almost feels porcelain here. I don't know what it's made out of. It might be plastic, but it's really pretty, pink and white. And this one is definitely looking like it's glass, but it's a pretty blue bead. So I added those. So just wanted to show you, give a little update on this, as I, sometimes do. I just, something strikes me like I need to add something, even though I told you it was done. Maybe I did the final flip through, but I decided it wasn't done and added a few things there. So I thought that really was just some fun things I added, so I wanted to share. And I had the goodie bag. I think I added more to the goodie bag since I Yeah, I did. I added more to the goodie bag since I did the final flip through. So this is the goodie bag, and there's even a pencil in here. It's a Peanuts Charlie Brown pencil. So, you know, just had fun getting all that together. And now I think it's finished. So I'm ready to tie it up and put it in its resting place until someone gets it. But yeah, super fun, right? And this just ties around twice. I usually like to tie up the goodie bag with the journal so it's ready to go. And you know, when someone orders something from me, that's how I usually do it. Get the goodie bag ready and the journal, and so I can immediately get it out the door when it's ordered. You know, don't have to mess around getting anything else ready. It's ready to go. So that is going to go in its proper spot. And then so I started 2 more comic book journals, and I'm just about finished, or ready, not finished, but ready to sew in the signatures. But I wanted to share. So I have Star Wars, working on that one, and Scrooge, Uncle Scrooge, you know, DuckTales. And I wanted to show you like the difference in sizes. So what I ended up doing was letting the comic book determine the size of the overall size of the journal, because like this one, I felt like it had extra over here that wasn't really important to what was on the cover. So I felt like I could make it this size, okay? And then these two, I felt like I didn't want to cut off too much. I felt like I could cut off some here. You see I could cut up here above the Disney and the Uncle Scrooge, and then I didn't want to cut off this, you know, the E here. So I cut right there. And on this, I didn't want to cut off the Star Wars, the S, and I certainly didn't want to cut off any of Luke. So this one's even bigger. But, you know, it's a comic book. So, you know, why would I want to cut off too much of the important stuff, right? Especially off the cover. So I'll show you what I've got in here. I need to add a couple of pages, which if we have time, we'll do it together. But, well, let me show you this one first since I have the pages in here. So I've sewn around the covers of both of these. Just, you know, and I did that on the My Little Pony too, just to, you know, just make it nice and sturdy. I like to do that. And it's a straight stitch, since this is not like a vintage journal or anything. I didn't use zigzag. I just used this white thread with a straight stitch. And then here's the cover, inside the cover. I think it's really pretty. You know, you can see it's the Star Wars comics here. And this is a My Little Pony advertisements. I do love the advertisements in comic books. And so it's going to look something like this as far as the pages. I'm going to decorate and add ephemera still. So in these pages, I'm doing a 5 pamphlet stitch on all of these comic book journals too. So it makes it nice and sturdy, you know. So I used some of my tie-dye paper, which I showed you in the My Little Pony journal. So you're familiar with those. And then the scrapbook paper I used again. It's cardstock scrapbook paper, and I think it's really good for these type of journals because it does have some white space where somebody could draw or paint or just have a really nice blank canvas. You know, when I was a kid, I used scrapbooks and just glued in a lot of stuff. I mean, everything, newspaper articles, magazines, just anything and everything that I wanted to keep and that I liked. And it was just a book of, you know, they were bigger and they were just a book of blank pages. Usually they were black or craft colored, I think. So, you know, and that was just, I thought that was great, you know. So anyway, I think the blank page is good sometimes. Like this, a nice white page. And then the comic book pages, of course, are in here. So the things that you did not see that I used different in this one is some of this is the tie-dye paper that caught my tie-dye splatters when I was doing tie-dyeing on shirts with my niece and nephew. We put these big papers underneath to catch our splatter, and we had a lot of splatter, as you can see. And so yeah, it's pretty cool, these papers. And I don't have very many of them, but I figured what I do have I could use in these journals. They just came out. Like, I would love to just make some of these. It's kind of like almost like jelly printing, but it really is just tie-dye splatters. So the colors we were using is pink, blue, and purple that day. So that's what these papers are, and I didn't want to cut this or anything. I think it's so cool, so I just did a little fold in here. So I have one of those in here, and then other papers you're familiar with. Here's the middle. This is what the middle, and this one is. It's one of the comic book pages. So that's the Star Wars one that I'm working on, and that one has all of its pages. But this one is the DuckTales. I need to add a few more. I have them ready right here. So what I have in here is the same type of things. You know, the comic from this. I have all the comic pages from these comic books in the journal, plus you know, the pages I showed you already, the scrapbook paper, the tie-dye, the solid color tie-dye paper, and then here's my splatter tie-dye paper in this one. This one has some pink on it. Pretty cool, right? I just really love those. I hope you guys do too. And so let's see. So the pages I wanted to add in this one to get the pages right, you know, have enough pages in here, are these right here. So I was going to add, you know, when I mentioned the scrapbook, it made me think of, you know, I was already thinking of what I used to use when I was a kid. We didn't have junk journals. We didn't have, you know, smash books or whatever. We just had these scrapbooks, and they were a lot of fun. And they, like I said, were black or craft color usually. And I think mine was craft colored, if I remember right. So I thought that's why I got these two out. I thought these would be fun. And then I also got out, this is my composition book paper that I dye, and this is food coloring that I use on these, and this one's blue. I've made myself some blue and some green, and I think I have some pink, and I have some burgundy dye all on the composition book pages. And I like these because they come out like this, and you know, here's where it's in the composition book, and I take it out and keep it together like this, and then I have a nice big wide page to put in my journals. So let's put these in here real quick and see how they fit, and see if we need to cut them. Find a spot for these. I don't want this video to be too long, but I do want to put these in here. So let's put one right here. Let's put this black one and see. See, I'm going to need to trim it a little bit on the edge. So that means these are, let's see, let me keep this all together. But these are the same size. See, so I'm going to need to cut these the same. So a little bit off the edges and a little bit off like the bottom. So let's do that real quick together. And then I want to show you one more thing that I found that I forgot that I have. You know what I mean? Like, that I can use in these journals. I was like, why aren't I using these? I can't believe I forgot I had this. You know, because it hasn't been that long since I used it. So I'll show you that in just a second when we get done with these. So I hope everyone had a nice day. This video will be up on Monday, I believe. And so, yeah, I hope everyone had a good Sunday today. But I had a good Sunday, got a lot done around here, and went over to my son and daughter-in-law's house and saw my little Riley, my little granddaughter. She's doing good. She's growing. She's pretty much grown out of her. She's 3 weeks old like today. So she's pretty much grown out of her 0 to 3 months clothes. Like, they're getting tight. And my daughter-in-law was saying, oh, I had no idea she was going to grow out of her clothes so quickly. I need some. And I brought her a sleeper today, a little 6 to 9 month sleeper. So, you know, she's like, I had no idea. I thought I wouldn't need 6 months until several months from now. So, you know, a couple months from now. But so yeah, I brought her a little sleeper today. It's so cute. It's the first clothing item I bought because I've resisted, because she has a lot. Am I missing something here? Where's my comic book page? It started with the comic book page, and now it's oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. let me concentrate for a second here. So I want to put this black page in here. I think that would be pretty in between, but let me make sure it fits in here now that we cut it down a little bit. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, and I don't want this other solid page right next to that solid page. So let's go toward the middle and then work back. Let's see, the middle is right here with another comic book page. So we have comic book, this tie-dye pink lined blue and purple. Okay, let's put it right here. I think it'll be nice right here. So let's make sure that all fits and doesn't stick out in any weird way. Yep, that looks good. Okay, now this page, I'm going to fold the ends in to fit, so I'm not going to worry about cutting this off at all. I just want to cut the length here. So let's fold up and cut this bottom part off to fit in here. Then we'll have all the pages we need in both of these, and then I can sew in the signatures, and then go ahead. I don't know if I'll decorate and put the ephemera in on video or not, but anyway, I'll be back with some type of video, either that or a flip through, you know, final flip through. So let's put this in somewhere. Let's see, it's bluish, but that doesn't mean, you know what, I think we need a page right here. Right here would look good. So there, and then another, so there's lots of there's at least a couple flip outs in here, and there's lots of fun pages to read and do things on. Have fun in these journals. So yeah, I'm going to finish it off similar to the My Little Pony, and add all that type of ephemera and make a little goodie bag, make a little tie, wraparound tie. But there we go. I think that looks good. Okay, so what I wanted to show you besides this is I have some of this right here, this comic book fabric, which I forgot about. Just, it's scraps really. I used this fabric, the different types like this right here in making face masks. When Etsy asked everyone to make face masks, I made some face masks, and I made a lot of face masks. And now I'm not making them anymore. I do have a few left in my shop, but I'm not making them anymore because they're not really selling now out of my shop. So, and I don't really, you know, I liked making them for that little bit of time, but I don't really want to keep making them. So I'm just, you know, done with that. But I cut out some of these shapes. Where is I have a girl here too. I have a Supergirl I cut out. Where is she? Just a second, I'll find her. But here's a little S for Supergirl or Superman. And then I cut out the little Batman symbol. I don't know if I'll use these in here, but they might go with the Star Wars more than the Scrooge McDuck. I don't know. We'll see. And then, you know, I have the little scraps where I can cut things out of and make some ephemera. So I wanted to show you that. I thought that would be fun. And then I did. Oh, here she is. She fell down. Let me grab her. I cut out the fussy cut out of the fabric a little Supergirl. Isn't she cute? So I can put her on a tag or even put her on a page or something, but just an idea to use to cut your, you know, little fussy cut images out of your fabric and use those on your ephemera. So I think she's pretty adorable. Little Supergirl there. So anyway, I'm going to work on that too. So I'll be back with you to update you on where I'm at with these journals, but I'm having fun with these this week. So y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.